Chapter 6 of The Ancient Mariner. At last, at long, long last, I felt land beneath my feet. And not just any land, it was my land, my home. I could hardly stand up straight, my knees were like jelly. The pilot grasped my arm to hold me up. His son still kept his distance, but the pilot chuckled. "He's real enough," he said. "Skin and bone, it's true, but no ghost." Then he looked at me, and his gaze was troubled. "But as for those other creatures I saw on that ship of yours, well, I wouldn't be so sure. We'd better get you fed and watered, and I'm guessing a good night's sleep wouldn't go amiss. But after that, well, after that, it's as plain as the nose on my face that you've got a story to tell." He glanced around. A crowd of people had gathered round us, curious and eager to help, and I think I can say truly that every one of us wants to hear it. After I told them my story, I felt at peace. I felt just as I did when the albatross dropped from my neck, as if a terrible burden had fallen away from me. And since then, I wander from land to land. I seem to have a strange power of speech. I see a particular man, and I know that he's the one I must tell my story to. Today, it was your face I saw. You were the one I had to tell. He looked round. "There, you have a wedding to go to. I can hear all the voices. You'd better be on your way." He smiled. He looked happy now. He looked as if he was at peace. "It's a beautiful world, isn't it? Look around you. Look at the trees. Look at the way the sun shines through the leaves. Look at how blue the sky is." Then he looked at me, and for an instant his eyes glittered as they had when I first saw him. "Never forget how fortunate you are," he said fiercely. I closed my eyes for a second, unable to bear the intensity of his gaze. When I opened them, he'd gone. I didn't go to the wedding. I needed time alone to think about the story I'd heard. What did it mean? Was it true? I didn't know then, and I don't know now, but I do know I'll never forget that strange figure with the long grey beard and the glittering eyes. I'll never forget the Ancient Mariner. The end. Thanks for listening.